The Punch, we have Daily Trust, we have Leadership, as well as The Nation and Guardian Nigeria. All these headlines we will be reading out as published by these headlines and are not the views of Nigeria Info. And we also want to encourage you, please, when you are calling and contributing to the conversation, please do so within the means of what is respectable and what is respectable, what is true, and what is sane. Okay, let's not get carried away with our emotions. It is a wonderful Monday, though. I'm not expecting us to get into all of that this morning. All right, let's start with the Punch newspaper. Edo poll, Shaibu backs APC candidate, labels Igodalo outsider. Kanu spends 4 billion naira on 25,000 naira school children feeding, as reported by the government. Cholera. Lagos opens emergency center. UNICEF urges water provision. Still on the Punch newspaper, the presidency counters New York Times, says Tinubu inherited dead economy. 19 Hajj pilgrims die in Saudi Arabia, 17 missing, according to a report put forward by the Punch. And still on cholera, Rivers and Ekiti State have activated surveillance and are calling for caution. Regarding the Salah celebrations, the Kano State Governor Abba Yusuf yesterday shared 700 cows among 5,600 individuals. A report has shown that 1,300 inmates were pardoned in 5 months between January and May of 2024. Free Nnamdi Kanu like Miyetti Allah leader, Clark tells Tinubu. And lastly, from the Punch newspaper this morning, Ijaw youths fault call to scrap amnesty program. Well, moving on to the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Our president has said that Nigeria needs sacrificing citizens to progress. Muslims celebrate peaceful Salah. It's also one of the headlines on the Daily Trust newspaper. And today, Nigeria marks World Day to combat desertification and drought. In sports, we have a headline here. It says, it's a pity Coach Finidi George had to go. 25 years of democracy, a report that's coming out of Daily Trust, empowering youth and building a resilient Nigeria. And over to some rather gruesome news from Ondo State. Apparently, some lovers were found dead inside their room. And a man has been arrested for trying to kidnap his neighbor in FCT. Lastly, on cholera, this time around from Ogun State, it said they're giving houses, markets, and parks without toilets ultimatums. And from then on, we'll move to the Leadership newspaper this morning. Serap is urging our president, Tinubu, to uphold workers' right to a living wage. Regarding the Father's Day celebration, our president salutes fathers as a nation's destiny shapers. On the matter of the Olubadan, Ladoja falls Makinde's claim on Olakunlehin's health status. And from the southeast, the police have arrested 2 suspected armed robbers as well as serial rapists in Anambra State. Troops neutralized 3 bandits in Kaduna, coming from the northern part of the country. Father on the run after killing 6-year-old daughter in Delta State. All right, over to the Eid al-Kabir. Kashamu continues father's legacy of generosity as he lifts 8,000 with cash gifts, all in celebration of the Eid al-Kabir. Presidency slams foreign media's jaundiced portrayal of economic woes. That's all from the Nation newspaper this morning. We move on to the Guardian newspaper, where it said that one of the telecom firms in Nigeria, Glo, is set to power the Ojude Oba Festival in Ijebu-Ode. A cleric in Lagos has tasked federal government on efficient agro sector and encouraging them to venture into agriculture as it's the only solution for the country's self-sufficiency. The Lagos Business School as well as Stanbic IBTC have urged businesses to prioritize sustainability over profit. Stakeholders tasked Lagos State Government on Climate Innovation Fund. And also on Eid al-Kabir, Fayemi Ayedatiwa Edema greet Muslims, preach love and selflessness. Market realities peg ideal minimum pay for Nigerian workers at 104,000 as opposed to the purported 69,000, which is said that the president's team is considering. The NLC has come out to reject Aji's stance on minimum wage as senator leader seeks truce on federal government's offer. And also, again, in the news, presidency has faulted the New York Times report, which categorized Nigeria's economy and the state of the country in very strong words, and instead is blaming the dead economy for hardship. And these are the headlines as reported by the Punch newspaper, the Daily Trust, Leadership, The Nation, and The Guardian. Let's see if we can get quickly to the Nation newspaper's headlines and then we wrap it up. Nigeria's economic situation. New York Times got it all wrong. This is by Bayo Onanuga. In Kaduna, Ubasani keeps June 12th spirit alive. And moving on, the Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center, NAFRC, is said to have trained 700 retiring officers on post-service life. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, felicitating with men all over the world, said fathers are pillars of support. And lastly, ex-agitator has decried the exclusion of Urobo in governing boards. These are the headlines as reported by Nigeria Info from 5 different dailies, again being The Nation, The Punch, Daily Trust, Leadership, and Guardian Nigeria. We're opening up the phone lines now to take your comments and reactions. Right now, the phone lines are acting up. Do well to please contact me via the WhatsApp line. 080-999-30137 is where you can connect with me. Let's get talking about what's going on in the news and straight away to it. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning once again, Somi.
Welcome back, Salasi. Go ahead.
My name is Salasi Agribmala Haruna from Kubwa. I want to talk about a father that killed his 6-year-old daughter is on the run. In fact, it beat my imagination. Why will a father kill his own daughter? For what purpose? I hope they will get him arrested and he will pay for it. I don't see the reason a father that give birth to his own daughter. How old is that daughter? And for what reason? That will someone raise hand and to the extent of killing his daughter? I hope they will get him arrested. So now they are talking about the economy. One thing is that we hardly accept our mistakes. Yes, we are going to improve. Now they are saying the economy is improved. Go to the market and see what people are going through. How much is the mudu of rice? How much is the bag of rice? How much is the beans and so on and so forth? Instead of them to say, yes, we know we have some challenges and we are going to take up and see how to improve the economy and provide security. Provide security for people. Most of the people can't have access to their farm. Don't have access to their family land because they have been chased by this criminal. They should provide security and you see how this great country will move to the greater height. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Selassie. I appreciate your thoughts on that. The number to call is 080-999-30137 in reaction to what the papers are saying this morning. Just some information quickly on what happened with the story of the father. Apparently, the Delta State Police Command has ordered a manhunt as the man is on the run after being suspected of murdering his 6-year-old. Mr. Sanke Ovemure is the name. This happened at the Uviama New Layout, Agbaro in Ughelli North local government area of the state. Not a lot of information really on the headlines other than the police are actively looking for him. The child's body was discovered deposited at the mortuary and the man is on the run. All right, let's take some more calls. Good morning.
leader is the one aiding the herdsmen who has on rampage all over the country, killing farmers and overtaking their lands. Nnamdi Kanu is seeking for a referendum for the people of the East, a peace referendum. And I want the government of Nigeria to know, even if we separate, they should look at relationship. After all, there are countries like Benin Republic, Ghana, Cameroon, and neighboring countries. We live as brothers. But the level of hate they have put in the East, are they looking at the future? That the time will come when we look at each other and say, brother, well done. Thank you. International relationship, they are not considering that because they have done a lot of damage in our region. Tinubu is blaming Buhari. He shouldn't blame Buhari. He told people he's coming to his son, he will repair it. The same Tinubu was praising Buhari. Buhari did a lot of damage. Buhari invited the herdsmen and bandits that was killing everybody. Buhari killed the economy. Buhari supported.
Okay. Apologies as we had to move on from that. Some statements that you're making there that are not necessarily entirely correct, but we understand. Thank you so much for your contribution, Mr. Charles. On that matter, regarding the statement as made, it was as reported in the Punch newspaper, and Edwin Clark was the one telling the president that there needs to be a discontinuation of a trial, as it was somewhat done in the case of the Miyetti Allah president, where there was a case of treasonable felony charged brought against him, and yet the case was brought to a close. All right, then let's move on now with some more calls. Hello. Hello? Yes, good morning. Welcome.
Is that Somi?
My name is Somi. Yes, welcome. What's your name? Where are you calling from? I can't hear you. Could you speak up, please?
My name is Ojo, the next president. Good morning.
Ojo, the next president. Welcome.
Salah say good morning. How are you? Happy Salah to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. I pray that God will deliver this mission and help us. One of your headlines said that Mr. President said that we need sacrificing something like that citizens.
Sacrificial citizens, yes.
Yeah. It's good. It's a correct word.
Sacrificing, sacrificing, not sacrificial. Sacrificing citizens. Go ahead.
The sacrifices. Thank you very much. Yes, I think the political class need that kind of example, because every nation that is getting it right today, it is political class that is behind it, not citizen. The America they are running to, the Britain, the China, and the rest. It is their political class that has turned that country to a developed country, not citizen. So in our own country, if you have political leaders who are supposed to be a good example, a moral example for citizens, and at the same time destroying the nation, they should go and check themselves. Now we are complaining about the state of economy. Who put this country into the mess? Is it not the political class? Embezzlement here and there. Who is doing it? Is it not the political class? They should checkmate themselves. They are the one destroying this nation. Now look at what they are taking home as allowance and the rest. Even the country that doesn't have money, they still went there to go and buy jeep of 180 million. Is that not the political class? They will not be talking with mouth, but with action they are zero.
Okay.
They should repair this nation. This nation is dying.
All right.
By the time they finish this country, they will pay for it.
Thank you.
So Mr. President should check himself and the rest.
Okay.
They should live by example.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right then. The president made the statement about sacrificing citizens when he was addressing journalists. When he was addressing journalists right after the Eid al-Kabir prayers at Dodon Barracks in Lagos, he stressed the need for people to follow the path of sacrifice to make the nation great. In his words, citizens also needed to show more care for their neighbors and extend charity to all in the spirit of Eid al-Kabir. He says being a very good citizen comes with responsibility. As citizens, what do you do to be a very committed member of society? Go and sacrifice. Love your country. Love your neighbors. Share what you have with one another and be thankful to Almighty God. That's all. While addressing the worshippers, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Obafemi Hamza, also harped on perseverance and patience, while enjoining the Muslim faithful to understand the reason for the Eid, which he described as sacrifice and endurance. All right, let's take some messages, as we have quite a number of them that have come in. Okay, I see Cash Money here saying good to have you on the morning show. He says, stay focused, avoid competition. Life isn't easy, but keep pushing and everything will be fine. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your message, Cash Money. Olajide GB from Lugbe says, good morning, ma. On Edwin Clark's statement on Nnamdi Kanu, I call the AGF and presidency to obey the court order and release that man, because continued detention of him creates problems. And, okay. The best thing is to make peace. All right. Thank you so much for your message, Olajide. Good morning once again. I greet Salasi, Barrister Hassan, Tinubu Pikin, Mazi Anthony, Adewumi Ojo, the next president, and Mr. Oshalifu Igodalo is not from... Igodalo is not from Edo State, he's asking. Shuaibu is only being mischievous because Igodalo is an Edo man and is very eligible. Sincerely, Nigerian economy is not working because the people of Nigeria are not feeling the impact of the so-called working economy. This is from Mr. Oludade Abiodun. Good morning, Somi. Happy Salah holiday to our Muslim brethren and the Nigerian Info family. Shaku from Lugbe with this message. He says, on the matter of Nigeria needs sacrifice and citizens to progress. Thank God the president said citizens, not the masses. Let them cut down their flamboyant lifestyle and respect the rules of law. Simple. The reason Nigeria seems to be stagnant is because our political class will say something, but their actions and almost everything they do is pointing in a different direction. Imagine the insults they're still telling us. Current economic woes, the handwork of previous administrations, directly or indirectly, they're not part of the system. Some of the Nigerians that still hope and do believe in this government can see what they're doing. This is all they have to offer. Either they complain or blame others for their failures. Nigeria will surely overcome. Ishaku from Lugbe, thank you so much for your message. Good morning, beautiful Somi. What a father. Father killed 6-year-old in Delta on the run. He should face the law. May God rest the soul of the innocent son. Hajia Tuni Abdusalam from Madala with that one. Isaim Buhari says, hello, Sumi, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Baraka the Salah. Nigerians are in deep economic kwashoko, he says. The government should be focused and stop blaming their party members in the past administration. They are bed of the same feather. Or better still, vacate the position of leadership. Killings of any kind must not be condoned. Thank you so much for your message. Opulent also sends in this one from Buhari. Good morning. Government should also attend to other issues like hardship, insecurity, poverty, and high cost of living, as well as unemployment, to ease the sufferings of the citizens during this minimum wage increase. All right, let's get back to the phone lines. The number to call is 080-999-30137. The WhatsApp is what is active for now. And let's see who's on the line. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Somi.
Yes, sir.
This is Barita.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, the president said that the general citizen should be more, should sacrifice.
Yes.
So that will be progress. What I want to say is that it is true that we should not.
Hello? Hello, Barrister, are you there? Okay, the phone line is acting up. Do well to call us back, please. Let's see. Okay. The rejection of the minimum wage by NLC is in a good direction. The federal government should do something fast. The economic and security challenges are getting out of hand. You can't go to the Nigerian market with 60,000 and get something meaningful. 300,000 naira per month cannot feed a family of 5 successfully in our nation. Please, Nigerian government, save the soul of your citizens. And jury from Asubi with this one. All right, we need to go pay some bills. The newspaper review will continue right after this. Stay with 95.1 Nigeria Info.
is Nigeria Info.